Hi kids, welcome to TeaFairy Storytime. Today I've got my friend here. He's a parrot and he likes to talk. Don't you? Except that he repeats what I say. Could you guys understand that? You're kind of noisy. Can you say, hi kids? Can you just say, hi kids? Can you say, welcome to TeaFairy Storytime? Can you say, are you ready to read a book? Are you ready to read a book? Are you? Today we have books by author Karen Hendricks. Yes, that's her name. Okay, I'm going to put him down. You're going to be quiet now, right? Okay, good. Thank you. The first book by Karen Hendricks is called Home, and it's illustrated by Alisa Knatko. Knatko? K-N-A-T-K-O. And we do have some footage that Karen sent us from Australia. She's an author that lives in Australia, and she sent me these two lovely books. So this is the first one. The second one is Go Away, Foxy Foxy, written by Karen Hendricks and illustrated by Naomi Greaves. So I'm going to call today's episode Home and Family. All right, ready guys? Here we go. In a snowy mountain village, my family had lived peacefully for hundreds of years. You see the snowy mountain village? Until the day soldiers came to our door. Leave now! Papa had tears in his eyes. I shivered, and Mama made sure I had my warmest coat. Everyone from our village was marched down to the main street as our empty houses stood guards, making dark shadows. Gravel crunched under my boots as we trudged to the train station. All of our belongings were checked. Mama's jewelry was taken. My heart pounded. My heart locket held the voices and songs of our village. I'll keep my treasure safe, I promised. The heart locket whispered, be brave. Everyone from our village was crammed onto a train that journeyed for days. Luckily, Papa had brought apples. Mama prayed, and I curled up tight. The heart locket whispered, stay together. The train halted, and we were lined up on a platform. I stood between Mama and Papa. I clasped their hands as we were taken into town to a large building. Crowded inside this building holding place, everyone waited. I slept on the floor. We'll be home by Christmas, Papa promised. Weeks later, we moved to a camp deep inside a forest tucked far away. The heart locket whispered, be strong. I nodded. We built fires and made shelters and shared food. I picked mushrooms and collected sticks. Time passed slowly. Everyone from our village huddled together to stay warm and took turns tending the fire. The heart locket whispered, sing our songs. I burst into song, and voices joined in. Forest life was harsh, but love was stronger. My clothes were all tattered, so Mama re-sewed them with her precious needle and thread. We'll leave soon, Papa promised. The heart locket whispered, home is within. My dress twirled as we practiced our village dances together, sparking memories of home until officers forced us all onto another train that carried us across the border. I trembled as I saw land where many buildings and homes had been destroyed. Our snowy mountain village with its scent of pines was lost forever. Papa's shoulders drooped. Mama's hands gently steadied him. I was heavy inside with sadness. The heart locket whispered, "Have hope." We arrived at a town overflowing with people who had nowhere to go. Our family was lucky. A farmer took us to work in his fields, but Papa never gave up searching for a better place. Mama became quiet. I dug turnips. The heart locket whispered, "Papa will find something." I told Papa about a poster in town. One day, Papa finally had news. "We're going to a new country where we can make a new life." Mama and I hugged. No more turnips. I smiled. The heart locket whispered, "Change." We sailed on a long journey with many others who wanted to leave behind the tears of war. At times, flying fish leapt beside the ship. Longings for a new beginning filled my days. The heart locket whispered, "Happiness." Eventually, the ship docked in Melbourne, Australia. As I leaned over the railing full of wonder and awe, the heaviness disappeared. There would be friends and school and no more knocks upon the door. The heart locket whispered, "Freedom." My heart soared. Just like Papa promised, we were home for Christmas. Mama's baked tortoise sat upon the table. I don't think it's a tortoise. Torts? Tortes. Tortes? Okay, we'll try again. Just like Papa had promised, we were home for Christmas. Mama's baked torts sat upon the table. I loved my school and playing in the sunshine with my friends. And now when I open my heart locket, it beats with two drums, one for a village lost and one for my new free home. Brave, togetherness, strength, song, within, hope, find, change, happiness, freedom. After World War II, the Czech president, Edvard Beneš, wanted to have all ethnic Germans removed from Czechoslovakia. A series of laws called the Beneš Decree were issued to rebuild Czechoslovakia and its legal system. This included the removal of all ethnic Germans from the country. Any ethnic Germans and Hungarians whose ancestors had lived in Czechoslovakia for centuries before World War II are those who had settled during German occupation of the country lost all property and citizenship. Ethnic Germans were expelled from their homes by local authorities, groups of armed volunteers, and the army. Many thousands died during the expulsion. Sudeten Bohemians, later known as Sudeten Germans, were ethnic Germans living in the Czech lands of the Bohemian Crown, which later became part of Czechoslovakia. Before 1945, more than 3 million Sudeten Germans lived there. This area was known as Sudetenland. Its name was derived from the Sudeten Mountains. And this is a map of major displaced persons camps in Germany, Italy, and Australia and Yugoslavia, 1946, Wyman, 1998. And so there's the Czech Republic, and Poland, and Germany, and Switzerland, and Italy, and Yugoslavia. For my mum and Oma, between 1945 and 1946, 3 million Sudeten Germans were expelled from the Sudeten Mountains to Germany, Austria, and the Soviet zone. It was the largest forced refugee movement of a single population in the 20th century. The story is inspired by the village of Wunschendorf, now called Zbierska, and a part of Czechoslovakia. Expelled from their homes in East, Central, and Southern Europe, some refugees sailed to Australia on assisted passage. Their story is largely unknown. This is for them. This was first published by Daisy Lane Publishing in 2021. Copyright is Karen Hendricks, 2021, and Alisa Knatko, 2021. And that's it. That's the end of this book. It's called Home. And I guess it's about family, isn't it? So, this first book, Home, was written by author Karen Hendricks, and the second book is also written by Karen Hendricks. But first, before we read this, we have some footage of Karen doing her favorite thing.
Hi, I'm Karen, and I'm down at the harbour watching the sunrise. One of the best things you can do for yourself is get out in nature. It just calms your mind and makes you feel happy inside. And this is Elmer, he makes me happy too. He's a little bit nervous. You see the fishing boats? And beautiful colours.
Discouraging word, and skies are not cloudy all day. Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and skies are not cloudy all day. Where the air is so pure and the zephyrs so free and the breezes so balmy and light, that I would not exchange my home on the range for all of the cities so bright. How often at night, when the heavens are bright with the light of the glittering stars, I stand there amazed, and I ask as I gaze, does their glory exceed that of ours? Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and skies are not cloudy all day, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and skies are not cloudy all day.
Welcome back. I hope that you guys liked that video. I've always wanted to go to Australia. It looks absolutely gorgeous. I love the beach. It's one of my favorite places to go. How about you? Yeah? No? Well, everybody likes different things. That's good. But Australia looks like a fun place to go, doesn't it? Can you guys name some of the animals that live in Australia? And they only live in Australia. That's kind of the amazing part. Koalas. I think I heard kangaroos. Yeah. What else? Echidna? Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure if those live there. Okay, well, next we're going to read Go Away Foxy Foxy. I don't know if they have foxes in Australia. I would assume that they do. And this is also written by Karen, and she sent me this postcard. It says, Dear TeaFairy, here are 2 of my picture books. I have run out of copies of feathers, so hopefully when I get some more, I can send one through. So glad we connected. Love, Kay. Isn't that nice? And it says Karen Hendricks, children's author on it. Super cute. And she does have another book called Feather. That was the first one that I had seen of her series, and I'm really hoping to get a copy someday. And then I'll read it to you guys. Okay, so Go Away Foxy Foxy, written by Karen Hendricks and illustrated by Naomi Greaves. One deep dark night, in a sing-song of croaks and caws, 3 little bunnies dared to sleep out in a swaying bamboo treehouse. They were warm and cozy and way up high. Mummy Bunny said, Ring my bell if you need me. Velvet read her book about foxes. Foxes like the night, said Velvet. Vanilla Bean blew up balloons. Valentine cuddled a teddy. So here is Velvet, here is Vanilla Bean, and here is Valentine. We'll never ever ring the bell, Mummy, Valentine said. Mummy Bunny said, I'll go now. 3 little bunnies hopped into bed. That's their little bed up inside that little tree house. What's in the background? Do you see it? Foxes love to eat little bunnies, said Velvet. They won't get me, said Vanilla Bean. Valentine snuggled up tight. He wanted his mummy. Outside, Foxy Foxy skulked in the shadows. His deep red coat glinted. His slit eyes shone. Isn't he pretty? Leaves rustled. Foxes are sly and smart, said Velvet. I have a trick to scare a fox away, said Vanilla Bean. Ring the mummy bell, whispered Valentine. Valentine's smart. Branches scraped. Foxes hate loud noises, said Velvet. Balloons pop, said Vanilla Bean. Ring the mummy bell, whispered Valentine as he grabbed for the bell. The ladder creaked. Creak, creak. 3 sets of bunny ears quivered. Valentine wet his pants. Had Foxy Foxy come calling? Would any of the bunnies be brave enough to peek? Scritch, scratch, scritch. 3 pairs of bunny ears twitched. Fox claws, shouted Velvet. Let's imagine Foxy in his underwear, suggested Velvet. He's not so scary now. Look at him in his Valentine's heart-shaped underwears. I'll fix that old fox who dares to bother us, said Vanilla Bean. Just ring the mummy bell, said scaredy cat Valentine. Vanilla Bean carefully held a big fat balloon. 3 little bunnies waited and held their breath. Tap, tap, tap sounded at the door. See the little fox foot? Tap, tap, tapping at the door. And there's an owl up in the sky. 3 little bunnies decided on the count of 3. 1, said Velvet. 2, said Valentine. 3, said Vanilla Bean. Vanilla Bean popped the balloon. Bang! Pop! Pop! Quivering, Foxy fell to the ground and dashed back into the night. Fox on the run, laughed Vanilla Bean, and the bunnies binkied high. I don't know what that means. That must be an Australian saying. In the morning, Mummy Bunny arrived. Mummy, we're clever bunnies, said Velvet. Foxy isn't that smart, said Vanilla Bean. We didn't once ring the mummy bell, said Valentine. For my bunny team, my family and friends, Karen. First published by Daisy Lane Publishing in 2020. You can find Daisy Lane Publishing at www.daisylanepublishing.com. Let's see, is that the last page? Oh, there's a bunch of balloons and some of them popped. What a fun book.
It's rabbit time. Can you count the rabbits? 1 rabbit, 2 rabbits, 3 bunny rabbits, so cute. Claudia and Gimli are American lion heads. They're the black ones. Cinnamon is the one whose butt is poking out of the screen. She's an American mix. Isn't she cute? They love biting food. So cute. So cute. There's 2 words that can describe them. Cute and amazing. Here are the bunny rabbits, chewing on a piece of apple wood. It helps them keep their teeth filed. These bunnies eat the bark. How cute. Num 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 num. Rabbits eat carrots. They love it so much they fight over it all day. But we cut them into pieces so they don't steal them that well from each other. The big rabbit is eating from a bunny feeder. Aww. Put snacks in little small boxes. Watch the bunny rabbits run and play. Cinnamon is excited. Cinnamon is an excited bunny rabbit. Cinnamon is the big bunny rabbit. Aww. You're amazing. So amazing. Aww. Wow. The rabbits are playing. Maybe chase or follow the leader. Zoom, zoom, zoom. So fast. Bye-bye, bunny rabbits. Boing, boing, boing. We feed them fresh greens. There's me. I'm a Kai. And that's my mom. Thank you for watching our amazing bunnies. The end.
Rockabye, baby. Oh, hi, boys and girls. My name is Miss Kristie, and I'm here today to teach you about the family in our home. Home, sweet home. Sign it with me. It's where we eat and where we sleep. It's my home. Well, in our home, we have a family with many, many members. How can we remember how to do this? Oh, I have it. Put your hands up like this. Put one hand on your nose and one hand on your chin. From there to there stands for anything that has to do with girls. Now put one hand on your nose and one hand on the top of your head. From there to there has anything to do with boys. How can you remember the sign for boy? Oh, I got it. In the olden days, men of fashion, they wore hats and they'd say, "Howdy doody, ma'am," and they would tip their hats. So for boys, let's tip our hat. Boy. The girls, they wore pretty little hats and they wear these ribbons. The ribbons would go right down along their chin. So that would be girl. So you got boy and you got girl. Let's see. If this is boy, this would be daddy. If this is girl, this would be mommy. Very good. So we got daddy, mommy, granddaddy, grandmommy. And all these people may live in your home family. So what would this be? That's right, it's a baby boy. And what would this be? A baby girl. Listen, girls, let's listen to more of our story.
Now, before we go, I have some cool Valentine stuff to show you since it was talking about Valentine. It had lots of hearts in it. And this one had the heart locket in it. You guys ready? Oh, in the honor of Valentine's Day, my best friend in California sent me this lovely metal heart that was made in Ferndale, California by an artist there out of a big sheet of metal. And it's just got a little bolt that goes through it. Can you see the bolt? I want to wrap it in tin foil and make a giant cookie that's shaped like a heart. Do you think that would work? Bet it would be yummy. More yummy because it's shaped like love. And speaking of which, here I have the word love. Now these used to light up, but I just found out that they don't work anymore, which is kind of a bummer. But L-O-V-E spells love. And if you do it in sign language, it's L-O-V-E. Again, L-O-V-E. You guys try. L-O-V-E. And to do sign language to say I love you, it's a little bit longer. Are you guys ready? I, see the I, love, this is L-O-V-E. This is a Y-O-U. Want to try again? I-L-O-V-E-Y-O-U. I love you. And I do. I love you guys. Have a great week. Bye.